So guys, I'm holding the baby again, as it's so cute. And I love it so much, and the mama is on the chow, and I'm walking the baby kitty, and it's liking me so much, and it's so cute, guys. Bye.
I think you should name it Furball.
Okay, Furball. Come here. Good to you, Mama. Can I hold it one more time?
No. So I'm cleaning out the planter, dumping the soybeans in a bucket, and yeah, I turn around and this is going on. You've got to be kidding me. I'm glad I can provide food for these guys. And then he has been doing that the whole time. He's hungry. You're welcome.
Can I open my presents now?
You want to?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it is July 14th. Talon had her 5th birthday yesterday, so I really didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. I did go pick up another load of fertilizer. I did take our mower. Our New Holland mower broke. The bar broke off the gearbox, so had to take that down to the New Holland dealership to figure out what they can do with it. Today I'm going to get back out, start row cultivating again, and hopefully it rains. We're past the point now where I would take a few days of being out of the field to get some moisture. We have not got any significant moisture since May 15th, I believe, or 16th. That's when we got the last couple inches of rain that we got. We've not got more than probably 2/10 of an inch since then. So yeah, we are extremely dry. The corn is starting to get stressed pretty bad. So yeah, soybeans are even needing moisture. They do look good in places, but we still need moisture pretty severely. So there's a chance of rain. There's actually raindrops are coming in right now, but it's just a very small cell. Nothing significant. There's a chance of rain tonight. We'll see what happens. We could use an inch and a half pretty easy. It would soak up a half inch or 3/4 of an inch with no issue. So yeah, we need rain really bad. Alright, hey, I'm driving down the road here and I see this. I think there's a main that blew, I'm gonna say. Too bad that's not over one of my cornfields. That's a heck of a blow. But it's almost over one of my cornfields. Too bad it's not getting out there enough. There's what my cornfield's right there, and there's the blow.
Stop saying that!
That's pretty wild. Alright, so I'm out here row cultivating still, and I've got my earbuds in. I'm hoping the audio quality will be a little bit better than what it's been in other videos. Yeah, we're in some pretty dire need of rain. Good news is they are calling for some heavy thunderstorms in our area tonight and all day tomorrow. Now, even though going off of past meteorologist reports, I'm not going to be too optimistic. I'd almost rather plan for the worst and hope for the best, because they've missed it every other time. And when I say they've missed it severely. Yeah, they haven't even been close most of the days, except for pretty close on temperature. They know when it's going to be hotter than Hades or mild. That's really about all they're good at. So we're going to keep row cultivating. I've got a little bit of this corn I'm gonna go ahead and touch up. It's so bad that even the grass and the weeds aren't really coming up that well. It's big enough where the tine weeder wouldn't touch it. It's also cloddy enough that it wouldn't do anything but hurt. Roll the dirt clods over on the corn crop. So I'm out here row cultivating, hoping that this is going to keep some of this weed pressure down, where this corn can get a better jump on the weeds and grass. That way when I come through again on the next pass, I can bury the weeds that are in the rows. I am taking out all the grass and the weeds in between the crop, but in the row with the crop, there's still quite a few weeds in there. So I'm going to have to wait and hit this again if we get rain in another 3 or 4 days. Bury that weed pressure. I don't know if you can tell it, but right out there, daggone dirty windows, there's a deer. Go that way, there's a deer, and then there's 2 more. There's another one, and where'd he go?
Well, which way did it go, George? Which way did it go?
There's one more right out there. Those little a-holes are only about 100 yards away, and they should be running off, but they're not. Oh, there came 2 more out there. Right out there. Yeah. You know, where's Elmer Fudd when you need him? It's not a rabbit, but surely he could shoot at those little bastards. I don't mind feeding the wildlife, but I mean, this is getting a little frickin' ridiculous. I know I'm in a John Deere, but not the same kind of deer. Hey guys, it is the next morning after the video. I was row cultivating. Came here checking the field that I row cultivated last week. We did end up they were calling for 1.5 to 3 inches of rain. We got a 1/2 inch. So something is better than nothing. I will take it, but we could have definitely used more. There is one more chance of rain, 50% chance of rain in the next couple weeks. But I wanted to show you the field here behind me. There's getting to be some grass and come up again. It is going to have to get row cultivated again one more time. I wasn't sure it was going to have to be, but it will be one more time and it'll be done. I'll probably wait to do this field. It might be another 6 or 7 days before I get to this field. I do need to spray liquid fertilizer on it, and then doing that, then it should be done. This field should be wrapped up, but the crops do look pretty good. We're sitting at about, I think, a month in the ground. I'll double check that. Yeah, this field was replanted on June 9th, and it is July 15th now. So, like I said, it's not perfectly clean, but I can get 90% of the weeds that are left with one more pass with the row cultivator, set very aggressively, It's only had one pass with the tine weeder and one row cultivator pass, and I was really light on the row cultivation. Those beans here on this end, I don't know if it's showing up well on the video, but they're about a foot tall, and they get better the further east, which is that way. The further east you go, they do get better. So yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better, a lot cleaner than where it was at a couple years ago. It was an absolute weed patch a couple years ago. And as we go up this way, the beans are obviously lighter, poorer soil. Those beans there are about 6.5, 7 inches tall. They were in need of, pretty severe need of moisture. But no, there'll be a crop there, but it's just going to be really thin. So we'll see what happens. All right, hey guys, it is July something, July 16th, 15th, 16th. It's Thursday, one of those days. So what I'm doing is sitting in the air conditioning at the moment. What it is I'm doing is jumping this sprayer. The last guy that used it,
You're an idiot.
Was spraying and forgot to disconnect the battery. It's got a weak battery anyway, but it does recharge, but something's pulling the power down over a period of time. And I'm getting ready to start spraying. I was gonna start maybe tomorrow. I still might. Just a little too wet to get back to row cultivating. But I've been fighting jumper cables and those jumper battery packs for the last 45 minutes. And then finally found a pair from my cousin. I went and stole his, so don't tell him. He lives right here by the oil lease, so I went and stole his, and now I'm gonna see if this battery or this sprayer is gonna start. I'll pull it over to the barn and get it put on the trickle charger, leave it overnight. That way it should have a good fresh battery for tomorrow morning. I've got several acres. I still need to row cultivate. I've got about another, say, 120 acres. 120 to 150 acres I need to row cultivate. And I do have one field here with some beans that are it's gonna have to get row cultivated, and then a couple days later I'll go back through with the tine weeder and hit it again. It just has some grass patches I'm not comfortable with just using on the tine weeder, so we'll hit it once with the row cultivator, give it a few days, and hit it again with the tine weeder, and that should be probably going to be it. Should suppress those weeds long enough to get a good jump, and those beans are canopying over fast, so we've got a couple fields that are looking really good. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, hey everybody. I'm out row cultivating. I just got done spraying liquid fertilizer on this field here a little bit ago. Well, I'm not completely done, but I've got about 10 acres left, and I didn't feel like mixing a whole nother batch because I'm not going to go to another field today. But I want to show you a better comparison. Now, we're right here next to the trees. This dirt is, when you disc it, it powders up really good. But you can tell whenever I worked this, there were still a few clods in there. Now, this section has been tine weeded one time. Now, I've never had a crop on this side of the field. This soil here is very, very poor compared to up there, and I'll show you another comparison here momentarily. So this has only had one tine weeder pass on this little section. Now you come over here, same soil, one planter width over. I skipped a pass with the tine weeder, and that is the difference. So I mean, yes, there's still crop there. It's approximately still the same height, but we are still fighting the nutrients. And I mean, you can see plain as day where that line is, where I stopped. Tine weeded this side, did not tine weed this side. Now, row cultivator will clean this one up no problem. This is what you're gonna face with no pass, no early pass with either a row cultivator or rotary hoe or tine weeder. You're gonna be fighting this grass. So I wanted to show you this comparison, and I've got an even better comparison up on the north end of the field. And it's like that the whole way. So these weeds will get, these weeds and grass are gonna get knocked out. Those are not. Same soil type, poor soil, a lot better crop. They are starting to flower, the beans. See right there? They're starting to put on flowers now. Still in dire need of moisture. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Poor soil. Lot better weed control. So I wanted to come in here, sit in the tractor real quick, and kind of tell you what the process has been to this point. Like I said, I've made one tine weeder pass on this field. I think if a guy would have done 2 passes, the field would have been a lot cleaner than what it is even right now. I just was busy planting in other fields. I ran out of time, and I didn't have anybody to help. So with anything in organics, it's all about timing and everything else. So if you can get out there, I tine weeded this field 3 days after the crop emerged. It probably would have been even better if I would have done a tine weed or rotary hoe, tine weed preferably, within a day or 2 after I planted it. I don't think I would have had near the amount of weed issues that I have, and it's still a lot better than what it was last year. And I mean, by a lot better, I mean a lot better. This is the best this field has ever looked. And yeah, I'm doing a few other things different. You know, I'm putting liquid in furrow. I'm spraying liquid fertilizer, but the amount of weed pressure is severe. It's down 95% from where it was in the past. Grasses especially. We fight foxtail, little foxtail, the yellow, I can't remember, little green foxtail that only gets like 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall. We fight that in this field terribly. We also fight nightshade and morning glory in this field too. And I have not seen any morning glory, or except for on the edges, you still see that nightshade. So I mean, take it for what it is. My opinion. If you have a field cultivator that can go out there and give you a nice level seed bed, and you know, with minimal amount of residue, because you can't really tine weed with heavy residue, it will plug it up. I found that out. If you can get out there, control the amount of residue that you have, I mean, it's depending on your soil conditions, I think they're worth the investment. All right, hey everybody. It's actually the next day. I had baseball practice earlier. I'm out here cultivating this last pass, what I think is going to be the last pass on this 50-acre field. I'm just about done, but I wanted to show you guys another comparison of really good field conditions of where the tine weeder worked really well. I'm on a section of the field right now where the beans, it's on a hillside. Beans aren't very good because of poor soil, but one thing that you're going to be able to tell is the weed pressure is very, very diminished. And this is a section of the field I've not hit yet with a row cultivator, and one pass is just wiping it out. Now, if I would have had a manure or something out here on this field, these beans would look really good. I'll also take you to right over here in this next slough over. Beans there are all but canopied in. There's still a few blades of grass in the row that the Tine Weeder did miss. Like I said, this Tine Weeder is not going to get everything, but it's going to get a lot of them. And this field by far is the best it has ever looked. So what that's going to do is it's going to help you be more efficient with your time, fuel consumption, time consumption, because in organic farming, time and timing is a big crucial thing. I think it'll allow a lot of people to do a couple things: expand acres, be more efficient with their weed control, and mitigate and maybe altogether eliminate weed pressure in some fields where there's not that much weed pressure anyway. Like I said, this field is by far the best that it's ever been. So give me a second, I'm gonna show you. Okay guys, I went ahead and stepped out here. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. But as you can tell, these beans have been in the ground for a month. They are starting to flower. This section here has only been tine weeded. Now you can tell that in the road there are still some taller pieces of grass, but if I come here where the row cultivator's at, you can see how well it's cleaning up that row. And this whole section is that way. This whole section of this field. I'm going to show you one pass where I didn't do anything with either the Tine Weeder or the row cultivator yet, and you'll be able to tell a major difference. All right, so I walked out here in this section of the field, and here you can tell they're about halfway up to my shin right now. So in another week and a half, these beans are probably going to be canopied in. Now you can tell, yes, there's still weeds out there. There's grasses. So is it perfect? No, it's not. But it is a lot better than what it's been in the past. Some of the well-established grasses that were here when I planted, that the field cultivator missed, as well as some of this crap that my row cultivator's missing, and this velvet leaf. It's not going to get it all, but it's going to help a tremendous amount. So I had good crops here before, and you can go back in years past, and this field was a lot weedier and had a lot more grass in there. So take it for what it's worth. I think it works. I think I could have done better, hit it earlier. This has only had one pass, approximately, I want to say 7 to 10 days after I planted. I could have mitigated even more weeds or knocked out more weeds and grass had I done it sooner. And done it more than once. So this is what we do on rainy days. See all that? Burning sacks. They take up a whole dumpster. So just burn them off, I guess.